I Heart Aries. My name is Chelsea, and today I'm going to be here to explain to you the Neville Goddard letter technique for the road ritual. Okay, so I'm going to just start, and if as you enter, you can rewind and listen. This is a live. Um, And if you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section. I want to just start now for the people who play it back or who do not catch the live. Okay. All right. So, as I was explaining to you guys a few days ago about how I manifested my channel, and one of the main techniques that I used was this technique that I heard off of um, Nevolution, the channel Nevolution from a girl named Layla. Um, but it's Neville Goddard's technique. Okay. I just want to shout her out because I have connected with her. And so I'm going to explain that technique in detail. It's actually very hard to find on YouTube, even though I know it's in a whole bunch of excerpts. But Neville Goddard's most famous technique is the ladder technique. So every time I type in letter, I get ladder, right? But I did find a transcript of it, of his lecture explaining it. Okay, it's very short, very brief. But it says grandma's problem solved. Okay. And this is just a little bit of transcript, and then it's going to get to the explanation. Okay, so this is someone talking. It says, after we have done a session and we feel it real, and they're talking about manifestation, do we do more sessions to feel it real, or do we stop thinking about it? And it says, I did 3 sessions today and I'm so excited about it coming to fruition. Is that an error? Okay, so he's asking about when you're manifesting, should you repeat your whatever you're doing over and over again? Because you'll have some law of attraction teachers will tell you just set it and forget it. You'll have other people tell you recite and things like that. And it's all about capturing the feeling state. It really doesn't matter how many times you do it, but it's about capturing the feeling state. And I feel like it's easier to do so when you repeat, which is why I said to read the letter nightly for a certain amount of time. Okay. And it says, hey, May, doing more than one session implies doubt. That is total hogwash. This is this guy's language. We don't find that to be the case at all. What works is nailing what you would experience if your wish were already fulfilled. In fact, we find that Neville himself gave heaps of examples of people who followed the formula daily and who had the most lovely results. Okay. And this is the story. Okay. Neville shared this success story about a grandma who had been banished by her family for over 2 years. There had been no correspondence in 2 years. She had sent her grandson at least a dozen gifts in the 2 years. Not one was ever acknowledged. She knew they had been received, for she had insured many of them. So she sat down that night and mentally wrote herself 2 letters. One from her daughter in law expressing a great kindness for her, saying that she had been missed in the home and asking her when she was coming to see them. Then she wrote one from her grandson in which he said, Grandmother, I love you. Okay. And this is from Neville Goddard. Okay. So to mentally write out 2 letters that implied there was no separations, letters that implied they were one big happy family. These 2 short notes she memorized, and then as she was about to sleep, she took her imaginary hands and held these letters, and she said she read them mentally to herself until they woke in her the feeling of joy, because she had heard from her family. And that part is very important, that she was wanted once more. She read these letters over and over, feeling the joy that was hers because she had received them, and fell asleep in her project. Okay. So this is it. This is the letter explained, and I'm gonna tell you what I did, okay, and how I took this from this excerpt and turned it into manifesting this channel. Okay, I didn't do a mental letter. I did a physical letter. I wrote the letter. I wrote, and I'm gonna go over that briefly. Can't find the letter, but I'm gonna go over it briefly. Is that when I wrote this letter, I wrote, first of all, find someone that you're going to write it to. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Find somebody that you're going to write it to that you actually know, because it makes it so much more believable. You can write it to me, you can write it to a friend, you can write it to a family member, but someone who would be excited, equally excited about your accomplishments as you are, right? Or somebody who would be thrilled to hear that you're winning or you're successful, okay? Um, the things in the letters that you want to write, you want to be very specific about what it is that you've accomplished. Okay, so these are things that you're manifesting, but in the letter you're writing it as this has already happened and your life has changed. Okay, for instance, I wrote, I was now a stay-at-home mom. I was working from home. I was helping people. I had 5,000 subscribers was the first letter I wrote. That was my goal, just to have 5,000 subscribers. I was able to live an abundant life. I was able to do the things and that I wanted as I pleased, come and go freely. I think the only thing in that letter that still has yet not manifested was the car that I wanted to drive. But everything in that letter has manifested. I even put about the comment section, which we talked about in the live the other day. Hi guys, I'm just gonna run through this for the people who are gonna watch it back. I put in the about the comment section because sometimes there could be negativity in comment sections on YouTube, but I specifically wrote that in my letter that my subscribers are amazing, they're uplifting, the comment section is always positive. Very, very specific, detailed things, okay? So if you have to write your letter, rewrite it, write it, rewrite, because you really want those little details are really important to how you're going to feel when whatever it is that you've manifest. Say for instance it's a relationship, you really want to focus on not just that person and what they do and what they have and how much money they make and da da da. You really want to focus on how that person makes you feel, right? Does this person feel like home? Do you feel safe with this person? Can you have long conversations with this person? Do you share the same goals and the same idea? You really want to focus on things that really matter, okay? Because this is a very powerful technique. So what you ask for, you will receive as long as you stay consistent. Okay. And so everybody's going to be manifesting something different. Another key I would say is that you don't want to share your letter. You don't want to You don't have to tell me about it. You don't need to tell me what's in it. You don't need to tell anybody what's in it, because it's just the law here of manifesting. You don't want to speak about your manifestations before they are in your reality, okay? 'Cause sometimes they can get stuck that way, depending on who you tell or whatever. You want to keep them a secret, okay? You want to keep that letter a secret. Matter of fact, I think I read that letter for about 7 days consistently. My goal was to read it 21 days. I only read it about 7 days consistently. I kept it under my pillow. Okay, so this is why I would recommend, some people ask, can I type it? Can I do that? If you want to, but I would recommend writing, because there's so much more power in writing. Your physical hand, pen to paper, that is magical in itself. So you definitely want to write. You want to keep that paper underneath your pillow. So every night you go to sleep, it's right there. You're not going to lose it. You're not going to misplace it. Some people said they want to read it 3-4 times a day. That's cool too, but I promise you the most powerful time of day to read it is at night before you go to sleep. So give yourself time before bed to where you're not just clunking out and passing out, to actually read that letter, okay? And you only have to read it one time, right? Like I said, 7 days, and then after that, I read it sporadically until I literally forgot about it. I put it up in, I have like a little manifestation box where I keep all my things that I'm manifesting, and then I forgot about it probably up to about a year later, when it hit me that, oh my gosh, I was way past 5,000 subscribers at that time, and everything that I had wrote was manifesting or manifested already. And I went back and read the letter, and that's the first time I shared it with my cousin that I had did that technique. I spoke to Layla, the girl who posted on Evolution the day before yesterday. She's manifested. I don't know if you guys know her or not, or follow her channel, Nevolution. She's manifested so much in a few years. She's actually moved to Japan, it is, and she started a Nevolution 2 channel. And unfortunately, a lot of her videos she took from Nevolution 1 and put it on her second channel. I don't know what her thought process was behind that. So she said it may either be deleted or it may be on the Nevolution channel, which it'd be great if the video is there, but the reason I wanted to find it because I wanted to find my comment from 2020 because that would have been amazing to see how well that particular comment aged because that's the method she had told me to do and I did it. She left a long comment for me and I went back and did it and now here I Heart Aries is. So I'm telling you guys, this is so powerful. Now, where the ritual comes in. You're using that technique. You're doing that on your part. I'm going to be burning a open road candle for you. Okay, Abracamino open road candle for you. Some of you have asked, where can you get this candle? You don't have to get this candle. Okay, let me just be clear. I'm doing it for the collective. Now, if you want to get your own candle, absolutely, right? You'll have a candle burning for yourself at home. I'll have this one burning for everyone who's put their name in there. I'm getting I have parchment paper here, but I need to get a bigger piece of parchment paper. And I'm physically writing these names down, right? This is like my energetic gift to you guys. There's no payment for this. This is just a thank you. Okay. This is gratitude. So I'm writing everybody's name down who's put their name on that video on that parchment paper. Candle is dressed. I'm going to dress the plate as well. And I'm going to bless it and I'm going to do the ritual for you. I may come on just as I'm lighting it, just so you guys can see it like the candle lit, right? So you can meditate on the candle a little bit if you would like. But this is just for the Aries Collective. And yeah, I think I've explained everything. If you guys have any questions, I haven't looked at the comment section so I can get through it and explain. And if you guys are just tuning in, you can go back to the beginning, but where I explained the letter, okay? I just want to go over again some of the key takeaways. Be very detailed about what it is that you would like to manifest, and you're writing it as if it has already happened, right? These things have already happened. You're already married. You're already making 300,000 a year. You've already got your dream car. You've already these things have already happened. Okay. Not that you're working towards them, not that it has already happened. And that's what you're writing in your letter. You're writing your excitement for your new life, your new beginning. You're telling your friend, whoever you're speaking to, about all the wonderful things that you're doing now. And I just want to be very clear about that part. Okay. That's what the letter consists of, that the wish fulfilled is already complete. Okay. So Pat P, you're going to place your name on a video, and I have it in my community tab. And once I get off of the live, I will pin it in the comment section. But the video says the Abracamino Open Road ritual, and it's in my lives, under my lives tab. Okay, the lives. It may be kind of hard to find because YouTube has our videos all mixed up, but I will put it in the comment section on this video once I get off of the live. And you just go there and just all I need is your name. And I just need it one time, okay? Because some people are putting it multiple times. It's only one time, okay? And I just wanted to come on here because I took a poll in the community tab. Some people said they needed it explained better. So if you're just tuning in, you can go back to the beginning, and I kind of read a little bit what the letter method is and how Neville Goddard explained it. Hey, Tania. So you can dress your own road opener candle at home. There is a road opener is actually Abracamino is actually a plant. I think this is it here. Let's see. It's actually a plant. I don't know I think this is it. Let me look at the term here. Because I just got some the other day. I have so many of these road opener plants. I'm gonna tell you the exact name when you go to it's Abracamino, but there's another name for it. I think it starts with an E. Yeah, I think this is coming up as Eupatorium, but there's another name in the Botanica for it. I'm gonna have to tag that as well. I think this might be it. Let me see. This is Rue Bonus. I think this is it. Let me see. Because I actually picked up some more. This looks like it. Let me just make sure. We got, because I always get it mixed up with zinc foil. No, this is the zinc foil. Frankincense. So yeah, I think this is it right here. Okay, because she wrote the other name on it. I think it's Bonacet or Bonset, something like that. But this is what it looks like. Let me open here too. Yep, that's it. Okay. So if you go to the store, if you go to the Botanica, just ask for Abracamino. Okay, they'll know what you're talking about, and see if you can actually see it on here. It's a plant in this form. It's dried. Okay, it's gonna look like really any other herb that you get. It looks like a lot of other herbs, but I would go to a Botanica or apothecary, and you can get this plant. Now road openers, what it does, it gets out any obstacles. Okay, so I also have rue as well, right, for a cleanser or to remove any obstacles that would be blocking. And you can use any herbs that would remove any obstacles or blockages that you resonate with. Okay, the next thing is I have a red one, and I use red. Red could be used for love, it could be used for passion, but it's also for power, so that's why I'm using red. Most times you see road opener candles are the most popular ones you see green ones for money, for blockages of money. But I think the most popular one you would see is a rainbow one. And it's a 7-day candle, and it's rainbow, and it would be unblocking all the paths or whatever different areas of your life. But red is just as powerful for that as well. So that's why I decided to use red, especially because I'm doing it for the Aries collective. Okay. Also, you could use Abracamino oil, and any other oils that you would, I always say, would resonate for you. Okay. And that's kind of how you want to do rituals, right? You can use other people's whatever they tell you to use or whatever they feel like is they want to use, but use what resonates for you. Okay. Um, is there any? Okay. But yeah, and if you're doing yours, Tania, I also want to say you should write your name at the top. Okay, you're doing one just for yourself. Okay. Hello, Lydia. So I just came on here to answer any questions. If anybody doesn't have any questions, then I'm going to get off because I'm fighting with Pugsley to eat his food. This dog is refusing to eat now that we have a new puppy. But anybody have any questions? There's 32 people in the room. Anybody want to say anything before I get off? Because then I know all the people always come and they're like, hey, I have a question. And I am about to answer my emails because I see a lot of emails coming in. Personal readings are currently closed. Hello, Christina. Personal readings are currently closed, but I will be opening them in the month of January for like 2 weeks. Okay. There will only be a limited number available. And I've made the announcement, if you would like to be notified when that is coming up, you can email me at ariessoulguidance222@gmail.com and just let me know that you would like to be added to the notification list for personal readings. It does not guarantee you a reading or a spot, but I will email you before they become available. Okay. No, and I explained that all in the video. If you rewind, Cecilia, I explained everything, but no, you don't have to do your own candle. Okay. I just want to repeat that. I am burning the candle for collective. I actually got two. I am burning the candles for the Aries collective. Okay. I'm burning them. You don't have to. I've seen a lot of people in the comment section ask me where they can get their Abracamino candles. And of course, if you want to do your own thing, you can do your own thing too. This is just for the Aries collective who are putting their names on, which is kind of like the virtual petition, and I'm going to put it on a real petition on that video. So no, you do not have to get your own candle unless, of course, you want to. But I'm going to be doing it. Alrighty. Yes. So everybody has, you're welcome, Cecilia. Everyone has time to still put their name until the 30th. Okay. The 30th at midnight is it. Okay. And I will go through all of those names, heart, make sure I have them all. Hello, Rebecca. And that will be that, because the 31st is when I'm actually going to do the ritual and prepare, right? Literally going into New Year, because I'll be home. We'll be home for New Year. That's where I want to be. I don't know if y'all are going anywhere, but I just feel like I want to be in my own energy, in my own space, and just journaling and, just really meditating on this upcoming year. I feel like it's just like, sometimes people are not very intentional about their New Year's, but I just feel something different, like something very powerful coming up for 2023. And I think this is just a great time to be so intentional about what you want to see happen in 2023. And that's why I wanted to do this letter, because matter of fact, the last time I did this letter was just for this channel, and so that was the last time I actually used that technique. And I was like, that's like everything, pretty much almost everything manifested. I said, imagine how much bigger, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about manifestation. It's like, once you see something manifest like that, you're like, wow, I did that. And that literally gives you so much more power moving forward. I manifest now in other different ways. Sometimes I just make lists and I read them 3 times a day, and that's the it works method, and I've manifested through that way. But the letter is very powerful too. And I think you guys, if you stay consistent with it and you see the change in your life, it's really going to give you the push that you need to keep going, right? To really reach your big goals. But okay, so if nobody has any more questions, I don't want to stay on too long. That is that. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. And make sure you have your letters written. Nobody has any more questions? You're welcome, Tania. You're welcome. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.